Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss about the chapter 3. The topic is Kunduru Chodas. Before I am going to explain about this topic, what we are discussing previous video. In previous video, we talk about the Chalukyan families like Mudigonda Chalukyans, Vemulavada Chalukyans, and Kalyani Chalukyans. After the Chalukyan age, here I shall explain about the Kunduru Chodas. In the history of Telangana, especially the southern part of Telangana, in medieval Telangana history, Kunduru Chodas were occupied an important place because they were ruled over 250 years before the existence of Kakatiya rulers, and they were contribute a lot of culture to the Telangana history, and they were built so many temples, and they were built so many tanks for the promotion of agriculture, and they were also introduced so many public welfare schemes or public welfare reforms. That's why they were gained a great authentic history of in southern part of Telangana. Okay, students, here before I am going to explain about this topic, I shall mention a key points on this board. We will write down. Today our topic is Kunduru Chodas. Kunduru Chodas were ruled between 1040 to 1290 CE. They were ruled between 1040 to 1290. This is the ruling time period of the Kunduru Chodas. What about the background history of Kunduru Chodas? Here I mentioned some key points. You can observe. The Kunduru Chodas were most important rulers. Which area? Who ruled the southern Telangana region, southern part of Telangana, like Nalgonda and Mahabubnagar and some part of Khammam in a river valley of Godavari. This is the kingdom area of the Kunduru Chodas. And what is their capitals? Panagallu and Kolanupaka are the capitals of the Kunduru Chodas. Panagallu is the first capital. It is located nearest the Nalgonda district, just 4 kilometers distance. Nowadays also this is the most important town in Nalgonda Mandal. So Panagallu and Kolanupaka are the capitals of the Kunduru Chodas. And who was the first ruler and who was the founder of the Kunduru Choda family? Here, Aruva Bhima Deva. Who is the first ruler of this dynasty? Aruva Bhima Deva is the first and a founder of this dynasty. He ruled just 10 years only. He established in the year of 1040 CE with the capital of Panagallu and ruled up to 1050 CE. And he was succeeded by Aruva Tondaya. He was the son of Aruva Bhimadeva. After the death of Aruva Bhimadeva, his son ascended the throne in the year of 1050 and ruled up to 1065 CE. So during his period, the Aruva Tondaya, he was a great fighter and a great warrior. And he occupied a number of areas like Sirikonda, Bhonagiri, Devarakonda, Rachakonda areas. His power controlled over all these areas. And he built a seaport at Vadapalli. Now it is the border of Nalgonda and Guntur districts. Vadapalli, a famous temple also here, Sri Meenakshi Agasteshwara Alayam. So it is near bank of river Krishna and Musi. So in this area he built a seaport at Vadapalli, and also he encouraged the trade and commerce with neighboring states. So after the Tondaya, Bhimadeva Choda too occupied the throne of Kanduru Chodas. He ruled 1065 to 1077 CE. Bhimadeva Choda also a great ruler and a great warrior. He expanded his kingdom with the period of Aruva Tondaya, and also he supported to Kalyani Chalukyans and brought Kolanpaka. He support to the Kalyani Chalukyans in the warfield, and he brought Kolanpaka region. After he brought Kolanpaka from Kalyani Chalukyans, he shifted his capital the Kanduru or Kanduru Nadu. So when they were shifted their capital Kanduru Nadu, they were known as Kanduru Chodas. Okay, this is a brief history of Bhimadeva Choda. After Bhimadeva Choda, the Kanduru Choda family rulers are not existence, but during the time of Udayana and Nagasiddha, they were great two brothers. They were ruled so strongly the kingdom, and they were introduced so many people's welfare reforms. Here I mentioned some of reforms of the Udayana, king of Kanduru Choda. So they were built so many tanks, canals, temples for the welfare of the people. Kanduru Chodas are contribute to the history of Telangana or culture of Telangana. And they were, already I told in introduction part, they were built so many tanks and canals, and they were built so many temples. Why? Because they were followed Hindu culture, especially they were followed Shaivism. That's why they were built so many Shaiva temples in this region. Especially they were built their capitals. And here I mentioned some temples built by Kanduru Chodas. One is Pachala Someshwara Alayam and Chaya Someshwara Alayam. These two temples are located in Panagallu town. These two temples are built by Raki type constructions. Totally These two temples are built by the rocky, especially granite stone pillars should built in this structure. So these two are Shaivite temples, and Kanduru Vardhamanapuram temples also built by the Kanduru Chodas. These also belongs to Shaiva temples. For the promotion of agriculture, they built Udaya Samudra at Panagallu. Nowadays also this tank will provided water facilities or irrigation facilities to thousands of acres. Nowadays also this tank was working in condition. Udaya Samudram. It is located in Panagallu town. This was built by the Kanduru Chodas. And Peddadevulapalli tank also built by the Kanduru Chodas. Peddadevulapalli tank. Now also it is worked in condition. And they were built so many Anikat also. It means bridges like Nameli Anikat and Peruru Ahalya Anikat. These two are most important ancient Anikat or bridges. These two are built by Kanduru Chodas. And they were built so many tanks also here. Akaram tank and Gokaram tank and Shali Gauraram tank also built by Kanduru Chodas. These tanks also worked nowadays also in well conditions, and they were provided irrigation facilities to the lakh of acres. And also they were built, canals also built, Vemulakonda canal, Gokaram canal and Dakkanapalli canals. These canals also built by Kanduru Chodas. These canals also provided 1,000 of acres to the irrigation facilities. So this type of promotions, this type of welfare schemes were introduced by the or provided by the Kanduru Chodas. During the time of Ganapati Deva, during the time of Rudrama Devi, this kingdom was merged in Kakatiya kingdom. Why? Because the weak rulers were came to throne. For the weakening administration of by the Kanduru Chodas, the Kakatiya rulers are occupied their territories and merged in Kakatiya kingdom. Okay, students, this is a brief information about Kanduru Chodas. Tomorrow onwards, we shall discuss about what type of administration should be followed by the various dynasties between 6th century to 12th century in the history of Telangana.